We all remember that special teacher that just made a profound impact on us, right? Shout out Miss Peterson, who's now Mrs. Matherly. Hope you're watching. For Educator Appreciation Month, we're going to introduce you to 5 excellent educators in our community. We start with the principal at Reed High School. Alexander Ray introduces us to Josh Rosenblum.
Teachers are the backbone of our education system in teaching students the skills they need in order to graduate and progress into adulthood.
Our teachers don't just teach math or English or social studies. They're teaching critical thinking skills. They're teaching interpersonal skills. There's so much involved. And every student in our classes, our teachers encounter between 28 to 32, 35 students per class 6 times a day. And so there are so many things going on. And our educators have such a big lift, and they do an amazing job each and every day.
As we move on through our lives, we remember those educators that made a huge impact on us in our classrooms.
Just yesterday, we had a young man who's in the military. He graduated a couple years ago, and he came back to visit his teachers and his football coach, one of our assistant principals, because he still has that connection.
As a teacher, when you welcome a group of students, you're dealing with so many different personalities and needs.
We don't know what the past day looked for them, what sort of stability they did or didn't have. And so as an educator, it's having those connections with students and being able to interpret and read what those students need.
Educators can make a lasting impact on a student's life. Rosenblum says the best part about being a teacher is the connections made and seeing students succeed.
Success looks different for every student that a teacher has in their classroom, right? Obviously, the ultimate measure of success for us as public educators is making sure that students graduate and that they're ready to go on to further schooling or the career of their choosing and be successful and happy in life.
When teachers see growth in students academically and emotionally, it makes them feel a sense of pride knowing they're preparing students for the future.
I can tell you, as an educator and as someone who works with over 100 certified staff in this building, there is not a teacher out there, their day is made when one of their students says, "Hey, thank you for the great work you do."
Rosenblum emphasized that Teacher Appreciation Month is so important to highlight how much work an educator does and how much we ask them to do as a community.
It means so much to all educators because we are also part of a school community, right? And myself as principal, I think it is absolutely essential that all of our teachers, all the educators in this building, receive the thanks that they deserve. I am not aware of a job that is more dynamic, challenging, difficult than being a public educator. I also am unaware of a job that's as rewarding.
Covering the story, Alexander Ray, 2 News Nevada.